What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case today is your first time of joining me, I'm a life and relationship coach. I help you build intentional relationship that leads to godly and successful marriage. So, in today's video, we'll be talking about how to resolve conflicts in your relationship or in marriage, actually. So, if you're interested, definitely keep watching. So before we dive right into today's video, I would really encourage you to please subscribe to my channel. If you have been following my videos and you have not subscribed, please do subscribe to this channel so that we can be able to grow and get more views and the rest. You know how it goes. So then you can also share with friends and the likes. So let's dive into today's topic because I said earlier that we are going to be looking at how to resolve conflicts in relationship. You know one thing about conflict is that it is one of those things that can actually make a relationship go sour. Because one thing about human beings, we are all human. One thing about human beings is that we must offend each other. We must offend each other, whether you like it or not. Most time people think that when they're in love, they will do everything and they'll never get to offend their partner, but that's not true. The truth is that there will always be disagreement. That's because you're just human being. You have different views to different things. Even your random friends will still disagree. Your father disagree. Even twins disagreeing with things. So that means disagreement must come. But how you handle these disagreements can make or mar your relationship. It can actually make your relationship the best. Or it can actually tear your relationship and marriage. So we'll be looking at some steps in this video that will help us to deal with this conflict, how to resolve them amicably. Tip number one is to make a rule in that relationship. You and your partner should make a rule that allows you to communicate when you are angry. One thing about many people in relationships today is that when they get angry, they bottle it up, they don't really communicate that they are angry, and your partner might end up not knowing that you're actually angry with them or angry at something they did to you. And before you know it, more offense will come up, and before you know what happened, you keep piling it up, and one day you find yourself explode and they start pouring everything out, then using careless words on each other. So the best thing is to make a rule in that relationship that you will always be open to telling your partner when you are angry. You always be open to tell them, see, babe, this is what you did to me and I don't like it. That's the first thing you need to do. So agree with yourself. Two of you should agree that whenever you're angry, please let me know. Because a lot of people believe that you should be able to read their mind. They keep some sad face, they do some things, and they believe you to read those feelings. But the thing there is that it's not all the time that we are so observant to know that something is wrong. So the best way to communicate is actually to talk. Talk. Tell the person this is what you did. Tip number two is to tackle the problem and not the person. A lot of times in relationship or when we have disagreement with people, it's even the order of the day in our social media today. We just see when people disagree with something. Before you know what happened, they're really attacking the person. That if you take that route in your relationship, you're going to destroy the relationship quicker than you expect. So the best thing is to tackle the problem. Understand that what your partner did to you was an event. It's an event. It's not really who they are. Probably they did something out of place. It's an event that occurred. So you have to face the event, tackle the problem, figure out the solution to the problem, and not use words to describe, to call you, to name your partner that you are evil, something like that. You can actually say what you did is selfish. For example, this thing, this action you took was very, very selfish. Not that you say you are selfish. You are selfish and this thing is selfish. It's different. You notice when you say you are selfish, you are actually attacking the person. But when you say this thing you did is selfish, you're actually trying to address the situation. So that's the first thing. That's the second thing you need to know. You need to find a way to attack the problem and know your partner. The third tip is to listen to understand the problem. A lot of times people don't really listen. Listening is one skill that a lot of people lack in their relationship. They just want to respond, they just want to talk, but they don't actually listen to understand the problem. See, there's a difference between we are hearing things. Sometimes I can lie down and I'm hearing things, but I may not really be paying attention to it. But when listening means you are paying close attention, and paying close attention in the sense that you're not just listening because you want to air your view. You are listening because you want to understand what they are trying to communicate. You are trying to understand where they are coming from, their view and everything. So that's the point of it. So you have to make it a point of duty to develop that skill in your relationship. Try to listen to understand, not to respond. The next tip is to avoid being defensive. A lot of people, once you raise an issue, they really playing defense. They're already raising walls to avoid the discussion. They're already trying to stir things up to defend themselves from. The thing there is that if you're always playing defensive in your relationship, it will affect your relationship. You need to come to that point where you are vulnerable with each other. Once you do something and your partner brings it up, be open to communicate, be open to talk about it, understand where they're coming from. Instead of trying to be defensive, you're trying to build up a wall so that they will not think that you're the one that did this, or you're trying to invalidate what they are saying. So it will not help your relationship. Don't play defense. Stay open until you understand who is at fault, and then you can move on from that place. The next point is pick a time when you can actually talk about something. In case probably when the thing happened, everybody there's tension everywhere. So you can actually pick a different time or a different date that you want to address this particular situation. It works because sometimes everything might be up, you are so angry, you're so doing this, you are doing that, you want to you want to go mad and everything. Those times are when people release negative words on their partner, and those times are when people hit their partner. It's not always advisable. The best thing you can do for a relationship is that when you notice that the temperature is rising and everybody's unsettled, the best thing is to agree to figure out a time when both of you are calm, then you can look at the issue at hand. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you react immediately, you tend to do things that you regret later. Sometimes when our emotion gets the better of us, we react out of what we would have done when we were calm. So try as much as possible to agree. These are things you agree beforehand. It's not something you start talking about when the issue there. You should be able to talk to your partner and say, this is our rules when it comes to conflict resolution. When we are angry and there's tension, then we know that we have to settle this when both of us are calm. You set these rules ahead of time so that whenever the situation occurs, you really know what to do at that particular point in time. So the next step is going to be to allow your partner to express themselves when they are trying to complain about something, not interrupting them. Because there's something we normally do, we always interrupt people. When they are still talking, we tell, yes, I know what you want to say. Is this not what you mean? No, it doesn't make sense. Allow them to fully express themselves, how they feel, the pain. Allow them, if they are crying, allow them to let out those emotions about how they feel. You know, when they are calm, you cannot say what you want to say. Not when they are still trying to communicate. You don't cut in and start telling them no, all those kind of stuff. It doesn't really make sense. I know we are women and we do those things by default, but then you can train yourself not to do those things. You can actually train yourself to restrain yourself, to allow them to finish saying what they want to say, to finish saying pouring out, venting and all those stuff, pouring out their heart before you can now respond. Because most times you tend to judge people by the first statements they make and the rest. Allow them to learn first of all. Allow them to go through the journey of pouring out their anger and then landing before you can now be able to say your mind. But if you cut them halfway, you might not be able to get the rest of the information that they are trying to pass across to you. So the next point is to consider their views. Sometimes when you hear this, you need to consider it. Sometimes people just listen, after listening, they go. But sometimes you need to put whatever they are complaining about into consideration. Most times men don't do that. I just have to say this, men don't do that. When their wife is advising them for a business, something was trying to say, or maybe they are having a computer concerning business related issue, they feel like I'm the man and everything. See, sometimes you need to put your partner's thoughts, what they are complaining about, into consideration. Try to see from their angle. Don't try to be a straightforward person in the sense that your decision is final and nobody else's decision matters. So try as much as possible to consider their views, look into their views, examine them to be sure that what they are saying is not out of proportion and actually will help both of you in that relationship. And the next point in this video is to apologize and admit when you are wrong. If you discover that, okay, after this whole thing has happened and everything we have talked and yes, everything has happened, if you discover that you are at fault, admit that you are at fault. Don't try to, because that's what some people do. Some people, instead of admitting that they are wrong, you find a way to paint it, but you did this, but you did that, but you did this, you caused it, so see, forget about you did that. Admit what I did is not right. This is me, I did it, so I'm sorry, forgive me. Then you try to find a way to make it up to them and not trying to defend yourself and every other thing. So that's basically what will help you to resolve conflict in your relationship. And my final point for today's video is to also try as much as possible not to go to bed angry at your partner. It doesn't really help so much. I know that there are some things that you might face in a relationship that will need time for you to heal, but as much as possible, try not to go to bed angry with your partner. Try not to go to bed quarreling with your partner. Try to make peace before you sleep. It's going to look hard, but it's doable. The Bible says, let the sun not go down on your anger. So it might look so difficult, but you can do it. If you believe you can do it, if you agree that you can do it with your partner, then you can do it. do it. Because the Bible says, can two work together if they not agree? They can't. But if you are in agreement with your partner, then it will be easier for you to do this thing that seems so difficult. So I believe you have learned from today's video. So please do well to leave a comment below if you learned something from this video. And then please do subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Hit the notification bell so that you're notified. And visit my Facebook page, Life and Relationship Coaching with Profit, where you get to learn a lot from me too. So thank you for watching today's video. See you in the next video. Bye.